An elderly Sikh American was assaulted by a man in Chicago. Raw Story reports, quote, just days before the anniversary of the September 11th attacks, Inderjit Singh Mukker said that he was driving to the grocery store when a man repeatedly cut him off. Mukker pulled over to the side of the road to let the man go around him, but instead the man stopped, reached into his car, and began punching him. Mukker lost consciousness and suffered a fractured cheekbone and lacerations to his cheek. After being transported to the hospital, he recalled the man yelling, you ready for this? Terrorist, go back to your country, Bin Laden, and other racial slurs. So yet again, this is a case of an idiot who can't even get his hate right. I mean, it's pathetic that guys like this hate in the first place, but when you can't even be accurate in your hatred, that's just, I mean, god damn, that's dumb. I mean, that's really dumb. And the idea of, like, go back to your country, this is his country. This is his country. But see the mindset of a bigot? See the mindset of an ultra-right-winger? The idea is, come on. It's not only just the country for white people. You should be conservative Republicans, and at no time in the past, however many, decades, can you have immigrated here, or your great-grandparents couldn't have immigrated here. Like we spoke about it before, like Conservapedia did to me, where they said, I'm an immigrant, made it up. I'm not an immigrant. Because, I have, back in the day, Polish and Italian ancestry. So they read that as, immigrant came, tried to take over the fucking country. So in other words, a lot of these guys still have the same mindset of Italians who came over here. Well, you're not the real Americans. Irish who came over here. Well, you're not the real Americans. So in other words, the only people who are real Americans, conservative, white, Republican, Southern people who are WASPs, white Anglo-Saxon Protestants. Everybody else is, you're just visiting. You're not a real American. I mean, if you have brown skin and you're born here, fuck off. Fuck off. Just like Donald Trump was recently saying, I want to get rid of birthright citizenship. Birthright citizenship. That's part of the Constitution. He's like, Constitution's Constitution. They got darker skin. They're Hispanic. Fuck them. This is the mindset, guys. This is the mindset. And to the point where they're so stupid. They take a Sikh and they're like, number one, you're a Muslim. Number two, you're a fundamentalist Muslim. Number three, Bin Laden. Terrorist. And they beat the shit out of him. So unfortunately, this isn't really an isolated incident. This happens often. According to the Southern Poverty Law Center, attacks on Muslims after 9/11, quote, skyrocketed some 1,600%. And as recently as 2010, some 160 anti-Muslim hate crimes were committed. And we see this kind of prejudice targeted at multiple different groups. We've been covering the Black Lives Matter movement and what they've been dealing with. We cover anti-Semitic crime, which is unfortunately all too common in the United States as well. But it's even more common in Europe at the moment too, as is anti-Muslim bigotry and crimes. That's happening a lot in Europe too. We just covered that story recently out of London, a new report which tracked all the different hate crimes, and it's been surging because of instability and various different issues people are dealing with. So it's a sad thing, man. Stuff like this is just beyond upsetting. How in the year 2015, there's still so many people that have utterly bought into the dogma of tribalism. My group good, your group bad. You don't look like me, I'ma hurt you. And of course, the massive irony of it all is, no doubt, the person who beat this guy's ass called him a terrorist, called him Bin Laden. The entire time he did it, he's thinking, I'm being so moral here. I'm the one protecting the right value system, protecting the good people. And in the process of doing that right, you do violence, but you're the moral one, you're the good one. No, you're the problem. Violence is wrong no matter who does it. So we need to get through our minds that we don't divide things into groups as the problem or whatever. It's more actions. Actions are the problem. Yes, you can say statistically, this group does a lot more shit than that group. an ultra-right-wing group is much more likely to do violence than some sort of centrist group or some sort of secular humanist group. No doubt about it. But primarily, the important thing is you condemn the actions so as to let everybody know the actions are wrong and we need to try to avoid them in the future down the road and avoid them right now.